Hey guys, so here is an example of taking the square root when you are trying to solve for a variable. Some of you were trying to take the square root too early, so I'm going to show you that mistake to clear this up. So you need to do inverse operations. So obviously you are going to start with the thing that's furthest away from the variable. In this case, there was a positive 6, so I need to remove a positive 6. I subtract on both sides. So that's going to cross out the positive 6 on the left side. On the left side, 2k squared, k is the variable I'm trying to solve for here, is equal to 162. And then some of you at this point were trying to take the square root of both sides. You cannot do that until the variable squared is all by itself. So before you can take the square root of both sides, you need to undo what is happening between the 2 and the k. There is multiplication happening there. So you need to break off that 2 from the variable before you can take the square root. So break off the 2 by doing division by 2 on both sides. On the left side, k squared is going to come down. On the right side, 162 divided by 2 is 81. So now you can take the square root of both sides. You can't take the square root of both sides until your equation looks like this, where it's a variable squared. Once you get to that point, you're golden. You're good to go. So at this point, obviously, taking the square root of both sides is going to be the inverse operation to undo k squared. So k is left alone, and the square root of 81 is 9. Or, we didn't talk about this, or negative 9, because negative 9 times negative 9 equals 81. So in this situation, I'm fine if you just right now are doing the positive number, but when we take the square root of a positive integer, we can have the positive or negative version. I'm going to just leave you at that for now, making sure that you separate any coefficient, like in this situation where you had the 2 attached to the k. You got to make sure you break those guys up first before you take the square root. See how you do with that on your homework problems, and then get back to me if you are still struggling.